Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we bring you an in-depth and exclusive look into one of the most ambitious and intense military simulations conducted by the United States Army in recent years, the full-scale war exercise simulating a Russian invasion in Alaska. This scenario has caught the attention of defense analysts, geopolitical experts, and military enthusiasts worldwide. It is not just a drill, it's a meticulous preparation for the kind of high-stakes conflict that the world hopes never to see, but for which the military must be prepared at all times. The simulation took place across multiple terrains, from frozen tundra and snow-covered forests to rugged mountainous passes and icy coastal waters. Alaska's environment is unforgiving, with temperatures plummeting well below freezing, winds slicing through even the most insulated gear, and visibility often reduced to a matter of meters. This makes it the perfect natural testing ground for any military force aiming to train for Arctic warfare. From the exterior, the scale of this exercise was simply massive. The Army deployed an impressive array of hardware, from armored Stryker combat vehicles to heavy transport helicopters, long-range artillery, and advanced drone systems. Fighter jets roared across the sky while ground units moved with precision over the ice-laden terrain. Watching this from above would have been like witnessing a choreographed ballet of military might, each movement calculated, each piece of machinery playing its role. The icy landscape provided the perfect contrast, making the dark green and camouflage-patterned equipment stand out against the blinding white snow. The bases set up for the simulation were themselves fortresses of preparation. Prefabricated structures stood tall against the elements, designed to withstand strong winds and snow accumulation. From radar towers scanning the horizon for simulated incoming threats to defensive trenches carved deep into the frozen ground, the exterior visuals told a story of both resilience and readiness. Even the smaller details, such as the positioning of supply lines and the camouflage netting blending into snowbanks, spoke volumes about the level of planning involved. Moving briefly to the interior side of things, inside these bases and vehicles, everything was designed for efficiency under pressure. Warmth and insulation were priorities, with specialized heating systems keeping both personnel and sensitive equipment at optimal temperatures. The interiors of command centers were buzzing with activities screens showing live drone feeds, digital maps updating in real time, and communication devices linking every squad on the battlefield. Armored vehicles had their own compact but highly functional layouts, ensuring that soldiers could move, reload, and coordinate even in the harshest conditions. It was a combination of rugged practicality and cutting-edge technology. When it comes to performance, the simulation showcased how the U.S. Army could execute complex maneuvers in extreme conditions. Troops conducted rapid deployment drills, moving from aircraft to combat formation in record time despite the slippery ground and biting wind. The artillery crews demonstrated remarkable accuracy, even when firing from uneven, frozen surfaces. Air support operated with precision, coordinating with ground troops to neutralize simulated enemy positions while avoiding friendly fire zones. Performance wasn't just about firepower, it was about adaptability. The Arctic terrain can shift quickly, with blizzards rolling in unexpectedly and ice breaking beneath heavy vehicles. Yet, the Army's units adjusted tactics on the fly, rerouting supply lines, repositioning artillery, and altering defensive perimeters in real time. Drones were a game-changer here, scouting ahead for ambushes, mapping out safer routes, and providing live intel that commanders used to adapt instantly. This responsiveness demonstrated not just strength, but strategic flexibility, a critical advantage in any real-world conflict. Safety features were also critical to this operation. The cold can kill just as effectively as any weapon, so the Army's preparation went far beyond armor and firepower. Specialized cold weather gear protected soldiers from frostbite and hypothermia, while vehicles were equipped with advanced heating and de-icing systems. Medical units were stationed strategically, capable of rapid evacuation by air or land in case of injury or extreme exposure. Each soldier carried emergency survival kits, including thermal blankets, high-calorie rations, and compact heating packs. Safety protocols extended to weapons handling too, ensuring that equipment functioned reliably even in sub-zero temperatures without risk of accidental misfires. What made this exercise unique was not just the scale, but the realism. Unlike many military drills that take place in controlled environments, this one embraced unpredictability. simulated enemy forces, dressed and equipped to mimic Russian Arctic units, used asymmetric tactics, surprise attacks, and electronic warfare to disrupt communications. This forced U.S. troops to innovate on the spot, using countermeasures and improvisation under pressure. The unique selling points of this exercise go beyond its impressive display of hardware. It was a showcase of the Army's ability to project power and maintain readiness in one of the harshest climates on Earth. It demonstrated the integration of land, air, and technological assets into a single coordinated effort. It proved that logistics, often the hidden backbone of warfare, can be maintained even across vast, frozen expanses. And perhaps most importantly, it sent a message: the U.S. military can operate at full strength in regions that others might consider inaccessible or too dangerous to control. The cost of such an exercise is substantial. While no official figures were released, experts estimate that full-scale war games of this magnitude can run into hundreds of millions of dollars. This includes fuel, equipment transport, personnel deployment, maintenance, ammunition for live-fire training, and the construction of temporary infrastructure. But for the military, this is an investment in readiness, a price paid today to avoid greater costs in a real conflict tomorrow. In conclusion, the U.S. Army's simulated defense against a Russian invasion in Alaska was a masterclass in strategic preparation, adaptability, and resilience. It combined the raw power of modern military hardware with the human skill and endurance needed to survive and fight in extreme conditions. For viewers, it's a reminder that behind every headline about military readiness lies a complex web of planning, training, and execution. For the soldiers involved, it's a reaffirmation of their role in defending the nation's frontiers, no matter how cold, remote, or challenging they may be. And for the rest of the world, it's a clear signal: the Arctic may be cold, but the resolve to defend it burns with unwavering intensity.